I want to give a brief update on the Excelsior Springs, Missouri case that we covered on Saturday with an interview with Ciara Tharp, a neighbor. A lot is going on right now, and it's not word from police that we're hearing. They are currently boarding up the house after they have been searching over 60 hours. Not searching, I don't know what they've been doing. They've been They've been taking evidence out of the house. They've had multiple agencies there. They've had cadaver dogs. They've been allegedly taking out blue barrels from this house. The house is the residence of Timothy Haslett Jr. He's been arrested and charged with rape and kidnapping. I'm going to speculation that more charges are coming. And the reason is I have never in 10 years of TV reporting seen something like this where 3 days later, still no word from police about what's going on, and, they're boarding up the house before doing a presser to let the news and to let, the residents of this suburb know what's going on. So here's what we know so far. A woman Friday morning, it's been that many days, it's hard to imagine it's been this many days already, but Friday morning before 8 a.m., a woman escapes a house in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, in this suburb of Kansas City. She escapes. She runs to neighbors screaming for help. She has a dog collar around her neck. We know this from Ciara Tharp, our interview, whose grandmother let her in the house, this woman. Definitely check out that interview. You can find that we did that interview on Saturday morning. It's on in the description of this video and on the playlist about this case. So she runs over to the grandmother's house. She has a dog collar on. She has duct tape around her neck that Ciara suspects came off from her mouth. She's starving. She's emancipated. She says that she's 23 years old and has been held since September by Timothy Haslett Jr. Timothy Haslett Jr. is taking his child, his 8-year-old son, to school at this moment in an elementary school. It's 2 minutes away. That means this woman had 2 minutes to escape and get help. She claims that he is going to kill her and to Ciara's grandmother. She states this, and that her friends did not make it. That's all we know. Police have not stated whether or not there are more victims than this woman. And this woman, they have said, is going to make a full physical recovery. I can't imagine what she's gone through emotionally, but she is going to make a full physical recovery. But emotional, I can't imagine. But we don't know of other victims. We're still waiting. And you would think that we would hear word. But before they're even letting us know that, or any of the residents know what's going on, they're boarding up the house right now. I mean, they do not want people in this house. I have never heard in my years as a reporter of a house being boarded up and over 3 days of investigating and being on a property for a single kidnapping and sexual assault. I'm going to suspect there might be more victims and that what this woman is saying is accurate. What we've heard from neighbors, multiple agencies, we've heard of cadaver dogs, we've heard of blue barrels being taken out of the house, multiple blue barrels, and you can see that on local news that there are actual photos of these blue barrels. We've seen the FBI has been a part of this. We know that they are there still today, again, boarding up the house at this moment without any word to what's going on and why. To be determined. We'll find out. Neighbors, people that went to high school with Timothy Haslett Jr. are speaking out. I've talked to a couple of them. Someone that dated him said he was a gentleman. Someone else said that he was a great guy. He's from a small town in Illinois, population 600. The high school class, someone posted it on Facebook. They can all fit on the back of a pickup truck. Such a small high school class. They said he was a nice guy. There's photos of him with his son, and they look, their arms are around each other. Someone else wrote and said how much he loved his son. There's a lot going on. One neighbor mentioned that he would lift his garage door a little bit when he wanted to get out of his house, and he would roll out from under the garage door, like himself. And it seems suspicious, but of course nobody's thinking he might be holding kidnapping victims in his home. There are rumors, and these are rumors of a serial killer in the area. At the last week of September, people came forward and discussed missing women and that they believed there was a serial killer on the loose. This was debunked by some local Kansas newspapers, but we're going to follow up on those rumors because clearly there is concern of other victims. We do not know who this victim is that escaped from the house with the dog collar and the duct tape around her neck, but we do know that she's local, we've learned from the Kansas City metro area, and that she was not listed a missing person. Before people jump to any conclusions, it's not always easy to report a missing adult. Adults are not minors, and she claims to Ciara's grandmother that she was 23. She also mentioned that she was pregnant. You can also hear that in our interview with Ciara Tharp on our Saturday's interview. We're going to keep you posted. We have people that are ready to be interviewed, but I wanted to share this update right now before while we wait, because I know that many people are wondering, and we are following this story. For additional information, up to date information, because police aren't saying much right now, head to the Facebook group True Crime Underground. They have a lot of local and lot of local neighbors talking there, and a lot of people that knew the suspect, Timothy Haslett Jr., who has now been charged with rape and kidnapping. He does not have any other violent crimes that we can see on his record right now. Of course, we're going to keep digging, keep looking. We have a lot of people learning um, about Timothy, about this neighborhood, about what police have been doing there, and law enforcement and other agencies. Hopefully, they'll make an announcement soon. I am going to speculate that they're waiting to board this house up before making the announcement as to what they've uncovered. And I think we're going to learn something more than one victim. That's my speculation right now. This is Lauren Matthias with Hidden True Crime.